Committee on Ordinance and Legislation will now come to order. Madam Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Councilor Dion.
Here.
Councilor Liberty. Councilor Reposo.
Here.
Councilor Washington.
Here.
Chair Kadim.
Here. Just for the record, Councilor Liberty will not be here due to a family emergency, so I just want to share that with everybody. Pursuant to the open meeting law, any person may make an audio or video recording of this public meeting or may transmit the meeting through any medium. Attendees are therefore advised that such recordings or transmissions are being made, whether perceived or unperceived, by those present and are deemed acknowledgeable and permissible. First item on the agenda is citizen input. Is there any citizen input? Seeing none. Item number 2 is the minutes from May 23rd, 2023.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Motion to approve was made and seconded. Discussion? Seeing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So voted. Motion carries unanimously. Item number 3 is a proposed ordinance, traffic handicap parking. Was referred to the committee on June 27th, 2023, and July 18th, 2023. It's for 3rd Street, east side, 192 feet south of Morgan Street. Cambridge Street, south side, 262 feet west of Mott Street. Division Street, north side, 60 feet east of Grant Street. Eddy Street, west side, 267 feet south of Locust Street. Hunter Street, east side, 127 feet south of Hope Street. June Street, east side, 153 feet south of Walnut Street. Osborne Street, north side, 156 feet east of Arpin Street. Palmer Street, north side, 356 feet east of South Main Street. South Beach Street, west side, 237 feet south of Middle Street. Summerfield Street, south side, 177 feet west of Robeson Street. And then Woodstock Street, west side, 63 feet north of Dwelly Street. Is there a motion for emergency preamble?
Motion so made.
Motion was made.
Second.
Second. Roll call.
Councilor Dion.
Yes.
Councilor Liberty. Councilor Reposo.
Yes.
Councilor Washington.
Yes.
Chair Kadim.
Yes. Is there a motion to adopt through all readings?
Motion made?
Motion was made. Is there a second?
Second.
Second. Discussion? Seeing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So voted. Motion carries. Item number 4 is proposed ordinance traffic miscellaneous, was referred to us May 30th, June 27th, and July 18th. This is for a one-way street, Thompson Street. We've got parking prohibited on Thompson Street, west side 73 feet south of Brownell Street for a distance of 25 feet. And then Thompson Street, west side, 107 feet north of President Ave for the distance of 36 feet northerly. We've got section 3, 15-minute parking only, Eastern Ave, west side, 73 feet north of County Street for a distance of 40 feet northerly from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. all days. We've got section 4, handicap parking removals on 2nd Street, Alden Street, Bradford Ave, Broadway, Brownell Street, Buffington Street, Cass Street, Eastern Ave, Lewis Street, North Main Street, South Main Street, and Whipple Street. Is there a motion?
Motion to pass through first reading?
Motion to pass the first reading was made by Councilor Reposo. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilor Dion. Discussion? Seeing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So voted. Motion carries unanimously. Item number 5 is the discuss the creation of a community medicine scheduling coordinator position within the Emergency Medical Service Department, which was referred to the committee on June 27th. I'll ask the appropriate administration to come down for discussion. The 22nd.
Good evening. How are you? Good, how are you?
So can I just ask for a brief description of what the position's for, the intent, and then I'll open it up to any questions that folks may have.
Sure. So the position is gonna be.
Oh, I'm sorry, can we just state our names and positions for the record?
Yeah.
Tim Olivera, Chief of EMS.
Beth Fonts, Deputy Chief of EMS.
Thank you. Nick McElhaney, Director of Human Resources.
Thank you.
So the position is gonna be, it's relative to our mobile integrated health division that we have within EMS right now. So she will basically be scheduling all the transfer, non-emergency, calls during the day for the trucks for transports and the scheduled telehealth visits that will be, coming up hopefully by fall. So basically, we'll be getting doctor's offices calling in. They'll say, I need to go do a visit for Mary Jones at 11 a.m. tomorrow morning. She'll do all that scheduling, and then she'll get that scheduling out to the people that are actually gonna do the visits, which we already have in place.
Okay, is there questions? Counselor Washington?
Who's gonna be doing the visits? Is just the person just scheduling
So
the visits for the doctor's office?
Yeah, so the doctor's office would physically call us, they would schedule them through her, and then she would give the information out to our paramedics that are already assigned to that unit, that are already doing safety checks. They're just not doing the telehealth at this point. But we do safety checks under the Bristol Elders grant, and we get reimbursed for those. So basically, it's med consolidation. If they need Bristol Elders, Meals on Wheels, any help they need, we go into the homes and we get them that help that they need right now.
So, no, you're not billing the insurance companies at this point for these visits?
No, we
nothing?
get reimbursed on the grant. So we just submit our cost to the grant and we get reimbursed on that.
Are you looking long-term to bill for insurance companies for
Yes,
these things?
so basically right now there's a T3 program out nationwide. Medicare's actually getting rid of that. And they're gonna let it go. So basically you need Medicare and Medicaid reimbursement, insurance reimbursements. But we found a way that you can become a community partner with a hospital group, whether it's Stewart, South Coast, Primacare. So we would be a community partner. They would bill for the service and then we would charge the partner for a fee for our service. So we would actually get paid through the hospital, not through the insurance companies.
Yeah, so I'm pretty familiar with this, and so you hook up with like one of the ACOs, and Bill, I think
Correct.
it's like a great opportunity. So this position then is a preface to doing that long-term, would be helping to do that long-term?
Yes.
So if you were doing a telehealth visit, the paramedic in the home could be your hands-on. So you could say, are the meds in order? Are the meds reconciling? Do they need to have an EKG? Are they having chest pain? Are they having shortness of breath? So the physician can do the telehealth visit, but you can be their actual hands, so that because the elderly are having difficulty getting transportation from home to doctor's offices and back. That seems to be a big barrier, so telehealth seems to be the way of the future for people to
yeah.
try to get treated in their residence.
Yeah, I think that's great. All right, that's the last question I had. Thank you. I yield.
Counselor Dion?
So the individual doing the scheduling does not go out to the houses?
No,
They're simply,
they're just gonna handle the scheduling.
and coordinate the medics?
Correct, and they will coordinate the paramedics. The other side of that is she'll be doing the billing for the non-emergency transports that we currently already do, which Deputy Forts is taking on until we can get this position in place. So that'll be another aspect of her job description, is to do all the billing for the non-emergency trucks, which averages, I think, about 2,500 calls a year. She'll be billing out those calls, which is more in-depth than a 911 call for service for billing. When it comes to Medicare and Blue Cross, it's a little more in-depth to bill out. With the help of Deputy Fawn, she'll be assisting her in that also.
So who will determine, is it the doctor's office that will determine which of their patients need this additional help?
Yes, so it'll be up to the doctor's office to schedule the patient and let us know what addresses and what patients they want us to see.
It's to decrease recidivism. Patients who go to the hospital within 30 days of discharge, the hospital doesn't get reimbursed. So they want to encourage people to stay in their homes, because if the patient gets readmitted within that 30 days, the hospital doesn't get reimbursed for that admission. So therefore, it caused a huge deficit on the facility side. So sometimes people go back just because they need somebody to encourage them. They just need somebody to say, well, you don't have a temperature, your EKG is fine, so that's where we would come in for that kind of thing.
And you feel that you have the manpower for this? Because I know that EMS is incredibly busy, it's nonstop.
We do, we already have the people in place to do the job, which is called EMS 7, Squad 12, you might have heard Squad 12. They're out there, right now they supervise in our emergency trucks, they're paramedics. So if we have 2 basic EMTs under the medic program that we have on the truck, and it's an ALS advanced call coming out of St. Anne's going to Rhode Island Hospital, they'll jump in the truck to do the call with them. That's what they're currently doing now. Once the visits start ticking up, then we might have to reevaluate and look. I know during the day, we can use staff personnel for those transfers, and at night, the visits kind of sway down, and that person is on 24 hours, 7 days a week, so at night they would revert back to backing up the trucks. So these people are already in place to do the visits, where it's 1 person per shift. If it did grow to where we needed more personnel, then obviously we'd come down to, we'd go to the administration, come down to the council, and we, ask for more positions if it was needed. I'm hoping that does happen, but for now, we do have the people to get the program started.
I feel like we're becoming part of the doctor's office and stepping in. Obviously, it's a new role. It's
It is, it's nationwide, and if you looked out towards like California and Texas and Florida, they've been doing this for 15 years. This is nothing new. It's new for the Northeast, but around the country, it's nothing new for them. And we've gotten a lot of policies and ideas from these companies that already do it, EMS departments that do it.
okay. With that, I yield for now.
Thank you. So, obviously, the main, and I was looking at the job description, so the main job function is the scheduling of the actual runs, right? Getting that all
In the
squared away.
billing.
And her
And the
job
billing,
is to
right.
keep track of, so we currently have 2 trucks, and if St. Anne's calls, they have a discharge, and St. Anne's calls and they have a long distance. We need somebody that can logistically, who has EMS knowledge to say, okay, it's gonna take them this long to do this and come back. It's not somebody, it has to have somebody that has to have some sort of basis to know whether they need ALS or they need BLS or.
And what are we getting for reimbursement? I know you said the grant's reimbursing us. Is it Medicaid, Medicare rate?
On the non-transport side, made $985,000 last year.
Okay, so what is that in terms of?
That's for
per
that's
run?
the ambulance transfers.
Yep.
So that's Medicaid, Mass Health, Medicare, and Blue Cross, Tufts,
Right.
whatever it may be. The grant is only for the safety visits.
Yep.
On the Bristol Alders, that's it.
Okay, so but the grant itself, so we charging man hours, or is it,
Yeah,
like, is it actual hours, or is it a rate
We're
that's been
charging
established?
Administrative hours, some
administrative hours, yeah.
administrative hours, promotional, we're doing, some things for the people, fire extinguishers under the sink,
Mhm.
the Monday through Friday pill containers, things to try to get them to a good place, so
Yep.
that's what the grant covers.
So would this grant would cover obviously some of the salary associated with this individual as
So
well?
we are currently working on another grant, not the Bristol Alders grant. It's in, I apologize, Captain Silver, it was his day off, he was gonna be here. That would possibly cover some of the salaries under the program that we're starting, under the
Mhm.
telehealth stuff. As I get that information, I can have him email you that information so you have some knowledge of it, but we are working on that.
And then the only other question I have is the salary, or the rates that we have here, is that bi-weekly, or is that a
That's based on the basic EMT salary.
bi-weekly though?
So, yeah,
Bi-weekly, okay.
So the bi-weekly.
Okay, I just wanted to double check that, that's all. Any further questions? Is there a motion?
Motion to pass through first reading?
Motion to pass through first reading was made by Council Washington, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Council Reposo, discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So voted, motion carries unanimously. Thank you, folks. Item number 6 is a proposed ordinance renaming the Committee on Human Services, Health, Youth, and Elder Affairs to the Committee on Human Service, Health, Youth, Elder, and Veterans Affairs. Is there a motion or a discussion?
Motion to pass through first reading.
Motion to pass through first reading was made by Counselor Reposo, second by Counselor Washington. Discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So voted. Motion carries unanimously.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So voted. Motion carries. Committee on Ordinance and Legislation is now adjourned.